What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, tell you what's going on. Jay and I are out and about, and we stopped at this public fishing ground. They usually stock it this time of year with rainbow trout, so we're trying to just hop on over and maybe try to catch a couple of trout real quick on our way. We got here, started fishing, and we ain't catching nothing. There's not any trout. I don't think there's any trout stocked in here yet. We're not catching anything. So we're walking the bank back to the car, and I noticed this turtle shell. I didn't know if there was a turtle in it or what was going on, but I picked it up, and upon further inspection, I have noticed that this turtle is in pretty bad shape. There is a giant barrel swivel with a locking snap deep inside this turtle's mouth. You can see it when she opens her mouth. This turtle's alive, but she's not doing very well. You can see that swivel, but what the craziest and most gruesome part about this is that there is still a hook attached to this swivel, and that hook has gone through her eye and is sticking all the way through her body. It's a long cricket hook, and it is punctured into her skin. So this turtle's in really bad shape, and we can't leave this turtle here. We don't really have the tools on us at the moment that we can use to treat this turtle, so we've decided to take this turtle back home with us, and we're gonna try to operate on it when we get back home, try to get some pliers and remove the hook and swivel, and hopefully give this turtle a second chance at life, because right now if we were to leave this turtle here, it would most definitely die. This is a really terrible situation, but we are going to try everything we can to get this turtle, get the hook out of this turtle and get a release on it. So let's head back to the house, Jay. We've got some wire cutters and some little forceps to help us start removing the hardware from this turtle. I think what we decided was our plan of action is the hook. It's crazy because the hook is so long and it's still going through the turtle's eye. What we're going to do is we are going to cut the hook first with wire cutters, and then we're going to grab the barrel swivel and snap and pull that barrel swivel and snap back out through the mouth. It's going to come out the back end of its eye. It should come pretty clean because the hook's going to be cut flush, and then we're going to remove the hook from the turtle's foot. Can y'all see that hook? It's a stupid long cricket hook. Got these pliers that should cut really easy. Ready, turtle? Okay, there's the first part. The hook is cut. The hook point is still buried in this left leg on this turtle, but it is free. And we can start trying to pull that swivel out of the turtle's mouth. Pull everything back through. I'm just gonna grab it. Forceps, open wide for me, baby. I got it. And I just kind of tilted it and it came right out. I'm gonna show you guys this right here. So as you can see in my hand, I have that barrel swivel, and it's a locking snap in the end of that cricket hook that I just cut out. That hook was buried all the way up to the tip of that snap swivel, and that snap swivel was all the way through the turtle's eye. We're going to check in and see how the turtle's eye is. I'm pretty sure the turtle is going to lose function of that left eye, which is sad, but it's not going to ultimately kill the turtle, which is good. We're gonna go back in now and try to get that hook out of the turtle's leg. You all right, buddy? There it is. There is the remaining portion of that cricket hook. There's all the hardware that we just got out of this turtle. It was not a good situation, and I'm glad that we stumbled upon the turtle, and I'm glad we were able to help it out. I'm sure that that did not feel good. I'm sure that it hurt, but there's really no other way of getting it out, and I think we did a good job. We are going to keep this turtle for a couple of days probably, just to make sure it's doing all right. And depending on how well it's doing, we will release it on one of these warm days we have coming out. Or we could even take it to like a nature center where they could house it in captivity for a little while, or permanently. But I think the turtle's gonna be okay. We're just gonna take care of it and keep an eye on it until then. But there's the hook surgery. We did good.
It's been 10 days since her surgery, and she's doing great. She's been in this cozy little enclosure with all of her little turtle friends. So she hasn't been alone, but she's doing really well. And today's the day where she gets to go back into the big pond.
Yeah, so we kept her in this tank so we can monitor the condition of her eyes. The eye that we had to operate on and get the hook out of is doing well. we're not thinking that she's going to have much or any vision of that eye. But turtles are very strong and resilient creatures, and she's gonna be doing much better. If we would have left her in that one spot that she was in her past situation, she
wouldn't have made it.
Wouldn't have made it. So this is definitely a big leap in the right direction for her, and she has one great eye that she can use to function. There are tons and tons and tons of turtles out here in the lake, and we're going to take her to a hot spot where we know there's a bunch of turtles, and see how she likes it, see how she fits in over there.
And so we were thinking that she kind of looked like a Christina, but we found her on Thanksgiving, so we wanted to name her something that went along with Thanksgiving. So we went for the name Turkina.
Turkina.
It's kind of cute, right?
I think so. She looks like a Turkina. And we keep referencing her to as a she. If we didn't mention already, this is a female red-eared slider. You can tell based on the size of her front claws, and that when you flip her over, her plastron is more convex down here instead of being concave like a male turtle. So are you ready to go out into the lake?
Do you want to say bye to your friends first?
Let's say goodbye to your friends.
You guys, okay, Tina is our like granny turtle. She's very old and wise and comforting. And she's just been right there with Turkina. She's kind of sleepy right now. Wake up, Tina. There she is. Hi, Tina.
She was underneath the mulch.
Tina and Turkina. Anyways, Tina's just been a good friend to her. And so has Antonio. I mean, look at this guy. Antonio knows the struggle, so he can kind of relate to Turkina a little better because he's lost his leg.
That hasn't stopped him yet.
No.
And it's not going to stop Turkina from living a full, long, healthy, prosperous life out in the lake. So with that, let's take her. Let's flip the canoe over, and we'll just go out there and let her go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here we are, guys. We have made it to the location where we're going to be letting Turkina go. This is a big floating grass mat. There's always a lot of turtles hanging out around this grass mat. We actually startled a bunch as we paddled up. They were all diving down into the water, and some were bouncing off the logs. So like we said before, we've had this turtle for about 10 days. I guess it's been 10 days since we first picked her up. Just keeping an eye on her, making sure that she was going to be okay and be fit to be released back into the wild. And another reason why we have also kept it this long is because the weather has just been kind of cruddy the last few days. It's been really cold, and today is like the first actual warmer day. It's about 60, I think the high day is about 62, 63 degrees, and that's perfectly warm enough for this turtle to be released on this grass mat. She can bask and warm up and get acclimated back to the surrounding environment. So with all that being said, we are going to release the red-eared slider, Turkina, back into the wild. Are you ready, Jay?
I'm ready. I'm gonna miss her.
But we are happy, and we'll hope to see you again someday. And we are glad that we stumbled upon you in the first place, and that you have a second chance on life. Okay. See you later, Turkina. Well guys, that's going to be it for today's video. We hope you guys enjoyed watching.
And please remember to always pick up your trash, your fishing line, your hooks, because this kind of situation happens way more often than it should.
Let us know in the comments if you've ever had any sort of encounter with wildlife like this and what you did to help it out. We're Colin J, and we'll see you on the next video.
Ow!